Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. I'm GB, your host of Upper 90 Plus Podcast. Appreciate everyone joining me this evening and hope that everyone is doing well. Just wanted to just give a brief description of exactly what this podcast is about. I'm a soccer player and an historian of the game for 40 odd years, going in and out. You'll hear me refer to soccer, football, go back and forth. The name is the same. Everyone knows the name, so it coincides. Whatever you wish to call it is what you call it. There's not necessarily a correct name for it. It depends on where you are in this world as far as the name of the sport. Yes, you play with your feet. So football is around the world. Here in the States, it's known as soccer. Some of us call it football in the States. Some of us call it soccer. So however you wish to say it, we all know the same sport. So this is of mine. I've been working on since 2014. Wanted to do something to get back to the sport that has given me so much, and just wanted to just share some coaching philosophies, some actually developmental philosophies as well, and that's just to be an overall well-rounded player and human off the playing field. So I'll first get into the aspects of my tutelage as far as playing. As a 10-year-old, started playing. As we all know, is we have coaches. This is not just for football, but just for any sport. You have coaches that really teach you the fundamentals of the game, put you through drills, put you through skill sets, and you are on your own afterwards, though, to enhance everything that you've learned on the pitch on your own to become a better player. That's what this podcast is really about. Uh, a piece of this is coaching, but also just what do you do off of the pitch? What is your mindset after you leave practice? What exactly are you doing with your body? What are you eating? What are you watching on TV? What are you doing after you leave the pitch? Pitch meaning field, for those of you that doesn't know that. So this is what this podcast is about. The second piece is I'm going to go through the letters of the meeting because, of course, upper 90, it's a meeting of each one of these letters. So let me go through each one of those now. You are the player who makes it happen on the pitch. So everything that you do on the pitch affects the game, hence the name of the title. Every single thing that you do, whether you're standing, whether you're running, whether you're at the field, whether you're sitting on the bench, everything that you affects the game. So first things first, who are the player who makes it happen? You make it happen when the whistle blows to start the game. Your parents don't make it happen. The fans do not make it happen. It's all about you. That's the first letter in upper 90 plus. The second letter, protect your teammates defensively. Know your role and position on the pitch. So protect, meaning footballers, we are offense and defense. We are not one-way players. Some sports, you go into the game, you play offense, you come out, and that's your skill set. We are a complete rounded player. You do offense and defense. Anyone that has a mindset playing this game that says to themselves, they're a one-way player, okay, that's fine. Well, be the best one-way player that you can be, but you might be sitting on the bench more often than most because what? You can't affect the game sitting on the bench. All right, so we'll go on to the next one. Pass the ball. This is a team sport. You move. You have many superstars. Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, to name a few. If you think about these gentlemen in their game that they're playing, there are 10 people on the field besides them that have to get them the ball to do what they do. They cannot take on 10 players by themselves. Hence, pass the ball. If you are, as they say, ball hog, or if you like to dribble a lot on the pitch, you will surely see from your teammates' reactions, some of them will stop running for you because you're not passing them the ball. Some of them will go ahead and stay back and not necessarily play your position when you do something on the pitch, because now they are seeing that they're not rewarded for making a run because you're keeping the ball too long. Okay? So keep that in mind as well. Pass the ball. It's, as we say, give and go. You'll get the ball back if they see you making a run, but it's a team sport. Second, you move down the field faster is the second part of this. 3 passes, 2 passes, you can be in front of the goal, but you have to make the pass. Dribbling down the pitch, that's the longest way to get there. All right? All right, so next one now. R, run. There is always something to do. Standing is for goalkeepers and coaches. So many of you are laughing about that. This is very, very serious to me, this particular subject, because I see this a lot in nowadays games where a ball is on the other side of the pitch and the player is just standing on the other side opposite of the ball and just watching. Well, there's many things you can do. You could be making a run to receive that ball back. As they say, switch the ball across to throw the team on the now opposing defensive side of the pitch. So you're affecting the game doing that. Standing and watching, you might end up on the bench doing that. Okay, so we'll later. I'm just giving you an overview of what we're going to entail into this podcast. The next one now, 9 minutes. Play until the final whistle. The last minute of the game should feel like the first minute of the game. All right? So play until the final whistle. If it's 2-0, 1-0, 5-0, and you're losing, that doesn't matter. There's always a way to score and get back into the game. All right? So final whistle. There's no stopping because and being sore losing because you're losing 2 or 3-0. All right? All right. Next one now. Plus. You should be in shape to go the extra if you have to. Your opponent will be at a disadvantage. All right? So as you heard that, in shape. That is the name of our sport. You have to be in shape. If you're out of shape and you can't perform the duties on the pitch, you might find yourself again on the bench. All right, so upper 90 plus, those are the meanings of the letters. All right, so basic fundamentals of football are what I want to teach and talk about, not just teach, but talk about. This show is for all genres, male and female. Doesn't matter the size that you are, anyone can kick a ball. Anyone can kick a ball. All right. It's any age group watches this show, whether you're a child with your parents, or you're a minor, or you're an adult and you're still playing ball. We all can still learn, is what I've learned over 40 years. Every day you're learning something new. Okay. So next up, I'd like to get into a little bit about the rest of the podcast going on Monday now that I'll be doing. The Monday show, that's going to be now getting into the particulars of positioning, the fundamentals of theory, because football is not just a run and kick sport. Many coaches teach many different kind of ways and tactics on the pitch. So I just want to be an open sponge to receiving all that information. Okay. Any kids that are watching, any adults that are watching, I appreciate you all being here and taking the time out as well. Homework for Monday off the field is for everyone to just watch as much football as you can. There's many games on, many different apps nowadays that have recorded football matches. Parents, sign up for those apps for your kids. Make sure that they have as much football that they can watch as often as possible. All right. So if you wish to become a fan, if you're a player that really doesn't have a team to look at, the first thing you do is pick a team that you want to root for. Everyone should have a team. Well, it should be your favorite team. And when I say favorite team, just like how you have a favorite color, you have a favorite food, go favorite team. It doesn't matter what country they're in. If you like a player, follow that player. Find one. Study that player. Find out where their parents are from. Find out their age, right? Favorite things that they like to do. That's becoming now an avid watcher of football. That mentality progresses onto the pitch as well. When you're on the pitch, you're now going to stay tuned in with your coach. If you're at home practicing, you're going to be tuned in with the ball because you're watching football and getting something from it, just not watching the ball bounce around on the TV, right? Don't look at the direction of what the ball is doing. Direct your eyes to the position maybe that you play. Watch that player the entire game. Don't just watch the ball, watch what's going on around the ball. See if you can pick out, I always try to play this game. I look at where the ball is and who has it, and I try to state where the pass is going to go. I say you should pass it to the left, and if they don't, I learn something new. Okay, pass it to the right. But try and guess where they're going to pass the ball. That's now mentality that you're going to take onto the pitch with you. Okay, if you don't figure that out, watch where else other players are moving. If you watch any game, professional or league game, semi-professional, players are always moving, whether they have the ball or not. Okay? So that's part of the homework for Monday now. Look at training videos online. There's many sources to train from as well. I'll be giving more information on that as well. And then also pay attention to this podcast because I'll be giving out fundamentals as far as what to do, when to do it, how to do it as well, based off my as a player for 40 years. Any spare time that you have, train. You don't need anyone else to kick the ball with you. You can train at home. You have a fence in the backyard. You have many things to bounce off of. I mean, I train using trees in the yard, bounce the ball off the tree to see which angle it goes, and then I go and try and catch the bounces. So there's many different ways that you can train. It's a 24-hour thing when it comes to football and being a player that you want to be. If you want to get the most out of the game, watch, learn, repetition, practice, train. Next thing is eat properly. All right? Hydrate yourself. You need to know what to eat. You need to have the water. You need to have the stability. Learn about those things. There's many different things out there as well that you can learn about when it comes to the preparation for your body now being ready for football at the ultimate peak that you can do. Okay? Anything that as far as the carbon drinks and the soda, minimize that. Football players, we really don't deal with that during the season, right? Off season, do whatever you wish to do. My suggestion, cut out the carbon drinks, right? Deal with water, and if you want the fruit juices, whatever what have you, just make sure it's 100% fruit juice. Okay, so as you see, I'm just giving off many different topics that I'm going to touch base on many different podcasts over these next few weeks. All right, so Monday night, I'll be back on here doing many more different things as far as training, coaching. The podcast also, I'll be doing many interviews. I know many players that are professional. I have many teammates that I play with throughout the years that I'll be having on as guests to enlighten us as viewers on their philosophy on football and maybe some things that they're seeing in this day and age that maybe they want to see change or not taking place, and then giving us coaching tips and just theories on the football game itself and where they like to see the future of the game go. So doing interviews as well throughout the. All right, so I'll end it with that. Make it nice and short. Again, thank you for your time coming on. I greatly appreciate it, and the support as well. Do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you Monday night. All right, and again, Upper 90 Plus, affect the game. Any questions you have or responses, please do email me, upper90plus@gmail.com, and look forward to hearing from everyone. All right, so thank you again for everyone's time this evening, and you guys take care.